Somehow I'm back. Yeah. Okay, I'm squinting at the camera. How is everybody? Oh, this is an interesting view. Let's see. Okay. Oh, no. We can't have it like that. Too much face. Ah, of course. I'm trying to fix what you say. I'm trying to fix all of this. All right. There. There, y'all. Okay. Let me go like this. Where is everybody? I'm still fixing. Where are you guys? Where is everybody? Hello. All right, I'll start talking myself. So this is the day. Hi. I'm like, where these beginning of my live streams are like, I'm fucking insane. Anyway, talking to myself by myself on here because no one comes on in time. All right, I am so worn out. I look tired. So there's no need to troll me. I already know you bitches who are trolls. How is everybody? How are you guys? Oh my God. Okay, good evening. Yeah. How is everybody? All right. Yes, yes. I know this goes so fast. I have to look down here. I'm finally back. I drove home, picked the cat up, went running, ate dinner, lunch, whatever, ate blueberries. Hopefully my teeth aren't blue. I did all of that. All of that. I am so tired. Drove to the desert, did 3 days of fire camp, barely washed my hair, and took pictures and ran around in the desert lighting myself on fire. That's what I did. So that was really fun with my friends, and it was like a lot of fun, but I was exhausted because we had like 11-hour days. So we go from fire camp. It's called Fire and Flight. We go from different apparatus, aerial apparatus, fire fans. My fire fans broke because I put my suitcase on that and snapped the wire, of course, because why wouldn't I? And thank you for that. So we do the fire and then we do a performance. I love Puerto Rico, although I haven't been, I'm going to be honest, but still, I love Puerto Rican people. We did a performance at the end of it and it was really fun. I'm not very good at it, but it was super fun. That's all I could say. It's always fun. So my 2 roommates, I got to tell you the story. My 2 roommates, I had 2 roommates, Bethany and Sid. So, hi, Alex. Wait, Alex, your dog loves you. Wait, Alex, your dog loves you. There you go. Yeah, so it was really fun. Anyway, I'm the adult entrusted with the keys to the front door of the Airbnb. And thank you for that. So, no, I don't sound like Kris Jenner, but thank you. No, don't insult me. Don't come on here and insult me. You look like this. You sound like this. I sound like Sloan Bella because that's who I am. I don't sound like nobody else. It's impossible. It's impossible. Y'all, stop comparing people to, I know, those are my favorite stripper shoes. People compare it to celebrities. I'm like, stop doing that shit. It's not a compliment to be like, where is my DNA? Why am I not rewarded for being me? Like you're you. I don't tell you who you're like. Anyway, no, I don't. They're just being bitchy when they say that. But you know how people are. They're bitchy. But anyway, so Sid and Bethany left and they're like, we left the keys on the door, lock up, and then come meet us over at the camp. So I was the last one to get there. This is the next day. I went to Starbucks. It is 20 miles to the Starbucks. But I fucking drove there along with everybody else. All day long, there were people making a bail line for Starbucks. It is the only Starbucks around. There are no other Starbucks. And yes, and okay, there's no Starbucks anywhere. So the line for that Starbucks is like 30 minutes. But the girls are really nice in there and the guys, they're super nice. But they had all these fire and flight aerialists, people like me, younger people, older people. Well, I was the oldest one. I'm always the oldest one, y'all. Anyway, yeah, we went to Starbucks and it was hilarious. Yeah, one of the camera guys was doing Folgers, but me, I can't do that. I wanted that because I like to have my venti ice water with extra ice so that I could hydrate, but I don't want to use the bathrooms anywhere in public. So I would drive down the street. Yeah, this is me going to fire camp, drive down the street, pull over on the sand. It's sand. There, this isn't even like a highway. Pull over and pee. The camp has a bathroom, a porta potty, but I avoid using it. So you just figure out I'm peeing on the dirt in the bushes. That's who I am. I'm brushing my teeth in the car, and it's so funny because, yeah, the bathtub picture, did you see the dragon? Yeah, like a litter box, like a cat. Exactly. That's just me. I'm just weird that way. But anyway, the girls, they gave me the keys, right? So I'm carrying everything out of my, out into the car. So I have plastic bags. I have, thank you for that, knee caves or nigh caves. Yes, I did. I just heard about that. So I'm carrying all my shit down the street and I didn't use Starbucks either. So I'm carrying all my shit and I get to the camp and I'm like, I can't find our fucking keys, right? I'm like, I lost the keys. But the key was like this big on a little thing. I'm like, I actually lost the keys. So thank you for the super chats, y'all. So we have a padlock to the gates, right? We have a padlock. And so you have to get out and open the, sorry, cat alert. We have to open the lock, right? So I did that, but I had to leave the front door open because we didn't have the key. So for 3 days, we didn't have the key. So every night at midnight, we're coming back in. We're gone from 10 in the morning. Actually, I get up at 5:30 and then I went and ran in Joshua Tree Park, and then I went and did exercise, and then I started taking the classes and all of that, right? And so I would do that. And anyway, I literally, the last night I go to Sid, I'm like, Sid, I'll have to pay because I lost the key. So there's 3 of us sharing the Airbnb, but they didn't lose it. I'm the fucking weirdo that lost it. So we have performance I had to be there at 6:45, fire dance. So I'm there, Bethany's there. Well, Bethany leaves and I leave. And then Sid is coming behind us because the order of performance is me, Bethany, and then Sid wasn't performing. She was doing the butane chains. Anyway, not the point. So she went out just before it got dark and she looked down because she's a Pisces and she found the key. And I was like, girl, you found the key. Girl. So she found the key. We were so excited. So we didn't get home. Thank you. I do care. I do care about anybody who gets murdered, especially a 14-year-old girl named Emily Pike. Obviously by a bunch of people that know what happened and are saying nothing. But yeah, she found the key. So little Pisces instinct swept up and I know the drive. First of all, it's all dirt. There is no cement on these driveways. It is in the desert and it's like Joshua Tree / 29 Palms. There's no people. So at night we were up and we're talking about like demons and murderers. And I'm like, the front door doesn't even really lock well if you want to be specific about it. Like it kept blowing open when we locked it from inside. So really, how safe was it going to be? So anyway, we were just like, oh my God, right? Oh my God. So it was pretty funny, but we slept like babies. Like we just would get in because it's like 11-hour days. And it's, it's a lot of, well, for me, they're younger girls, 40s and then 20s. So I'm the oldest. Yeah, it is sketchy, but it was really fun. And it's my 3rd year and we already signed up for our 4th year. So we're going back. We're going in. We're going to do that. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, it was great fun. And so it was amazing. I suggest, no, I'm not open for bookings, but thanks for checking. That's the last thing I want to do. I'm already behind. So if I'm behind, I'm really sorry. I haven't turned on my work phone. So I don't know if you've been texting me because I throw the phone in the drawer and I will not answer it when I'm not here. But I do get behind and people do get mad. But I'll always refund you, so don't worry about it because I don't care. I can't. I mean, I care that you're mad, so I'll give you your money back. Simple. Problem solved. Problem solved. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, that was cool. It was really fun, and I do things outside of my comfort zone. Fire is one of them. I was how much bitching we got to in store today. Well, you can sign off. You can go. Like, why don't you fucking go? You don't have to be here because guess what? It's my channel and you do not have to be here. You can leave. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I love it when people go, how much do we have to endure? It's a live stream and I'll talk about whatever I want. And if you don't want to be here, then don't be here. Like, do you not know that? Are you like mentally ill? You don't know that? Like, you never have to go into a store. You don't have to go into a restaurant, and you sure as fuck don't have to stay here because I don't need you for anything. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit. And what you call bitching is fact telling. Okay. So I'm going to speak things as they factually happen. How you choose to take them is your own fucking problem. Not my problem. I'm living a good life. You are on here making a comment like a jackass. I mean, what? Anyhow, it was so fun. It was so fun. So yeah, it was really fun. So the shoot up on the hoop, obviously, now it's taken me months to learn how to straddle up to the hoop. So I can get up on the hoop myself in heels, not heels, whatever, and hang upside down. But I had that stupid tutu on because I was insistent on my character having a tutu. But the wind, yeah, basement dwelling, hairy ass trolls. So the wind was blowing it over my face. So they couldn't even take pictures like that. It was pretty funny. So Amanda comes, Amanda's my teacher, one of my teachers, and she comes by and she says, we're taking the tutu off, but I'm already up there and I can't jump down because I'm in those 7-inch heels, 8-inch heels, right? So I can't jump down. I can't land. So you kind of got to be careful. Some of the girls are incredibly athletic, and they hang upside down there for like 10 minutes in the middle of a photo shoot. But me, I'm not that girl. So anyway, it was really funny because she's like, okay, just lift this butt cheek up, and she's pulling the tutu off. I'm like, but I want the tutu. Then I tried to wear it for the fire dance, and Kat's like, she's like, Vixen, okay, her name's Vixen DeVille. She's like, no, I don't feel safe with you around fire like that, considering I set myself on fire, not in the way they want me to at times. So anyway, that was pretty fun, okay? It was pretty fun. So Amanda's pushing me around, the wind's in my face, the sand's blowing up in my face, and I'm taking these pictures. I could not stop laughing. I could not stop laughing. I caught my shorts on fire doing a chains photo shoot. The flame went right between my butt cheeks and my coochie. So from that point on, the girls were watering down their coochies because of the wind. And the butane one, we had to wait till the next day because it was so windy. It was going to be a problem. Like, we were going to die. So it was funny. It was really funny. Yeah. You can get into shape. Hey, one of the girls there, I'm going to do a shout out to Cindy. One of the girls there, she's hitting her 50th birthday. And when I met her 2 years ago, she was heavier set, right? So I haven't been at camp with her because she usually goes on the opposite one of that I do, but we were in burlesque classes together. So, or burlesque dancing, and she is a burlesquer. I am not. I'm just like hanging around. Yeah, gangster coochie. Yeah, light the coochie on fire, literally with the fire thing. Everybody's bodysuits kind of caught fire. Raz's caught fire. Everybody's caught fire because of that. But, oh, you got married on March 9th. That's my wedding anniversary was March 9th. That's crazy. Congratulations, March 9th. You weren't married, but you're married now. Shit, girl. right in the middle of the last eclipses. We got one more on like the 14th full moon, whenever the full moon is, 14th of April. I can't think of it right now. Anyway, the full moon is the next one in that 2-year. Yeah, that's my wedding anniversary, girl. And we're both Canadian. How about that? Congratulations. Yeah, I'm excited for you. Oh, there's another March 9th. Yeah, right? Anyway, I won't say a word because your marriage ain't my marriage. So, yeah, and 3/9. It's a Pisces day. It's a hard day in Pisces. Yeah, I'm glad. I know you love your man. That's so good. Okay, so here, I'm talking about Cindy. So she's a burlesquer and she was a heavy set girl, like almost 200 pounds. This is her words, not mine. When I see her at camp, she's like skinny mini. Okay, she probably weighs less than me. And I'm like, girl, what did you do? She started walking like, I'm getting a tooth crown on the 9th. You will be okay. She started just walking every day, cut back on what she eats, stopped eating snacky snacks. That's the hardest for me. I'm a snacky snacker. And she lost 60 pounds and showed up. And she just lost the 60 pounds in like the last half a year. And she did it. She was almost 200 pounds and she's my height. Okay. So 5'5", 5'4", whatever. She's like that. And she did that. And she's up there in her little thong bodysuit, dancing around, doing her fire fans, really kicking it out of the park. So it was amazing. And so you can do it. You can do it. Just start walking. I love sweets. That's all I wanted was a chocolate bar and a cake. I kept begging for cake, but nobody would drive the 25 miles to the grocery store to get me cake. They kept tricking me. They're like, come over here. I need to lose 20 pounds. You can do it. Of course you can do it. Of course you can. You just have to start walking. You have to make your exercise your priority. So even I eat cake when my nerves, like I am a sugar fiend, so I will eat cake. But that's all you need to do. This girl did it. And again, she's 50. She will be 50 in like a week. And she's burlesquing out there and in troops and dancing in body bikini thongs, whatever you call them. Oh, thanks, Flo. Hold on. Happy to see you. Wait, how do I get my card on file? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Your card on file. You'll have to explain that to me because my brain is dead from the weekend. But thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. But what I want you to know is you can lose weight. You just walk. And walk. No, Megan Fox isn't a man. Believe it or not, she's not. How do I know this? I just know this from personal experience. 10,000 steps and no weight loss. Okay, so my day-to-day walk, I don't know what I do, like when I'm going to the store, the class, dance class, this and that. But when I get up in the morning, first thing, I literally go outside and do 12,000, 13,000 steps running, whatever that is, 14, sometimes 16. But thank you. Oh, credit card. Are you you have to, on my website, you have to open, I'm not sure. Open, you lost 60 pounds. All right, Doreen. So you have to, what do you call it when you sign in? I don't know, open up a thing like it says, sign in. And so if you haven't signed in, it'll say register. And then I think it works like that. I don't know if we keep the cards though. But what I was going to say is when I've lost 100 pounds twice in my life. So I have like lots of stretch marks and blah, 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 and bullshit like that. Anyway, when I was pregnant with Jason, I got up to 220 something, and then pregnant with Keith, maybe 20 pounds less. So with Jason, it took me 3 years. And I've told the story. And John bought me a treadmill that I put at the dinner table when I was feeding the baby. So once he could eat little snacky snacks, I like little pieces of chicken and stuff like that, I put it on his plate. John ate dinner beside him and I ran on the treadmill and I exercised to up my metabolism morning, noon, and night. But it's a commitment. It's a commitment to do that, right? So that's what I did. And as long as you walk, what I do if I want to lose weight is I literally cut out 200 calories. So instead of eating a 600 calorie meal, I'll eat a 400 calorie meal. And it's protein. So protein shakes, protein eggs. So when I come home from hoop class or aerial class, it's 2 scrambled eggs with some feta cheese on top, that kind of thing. That's what I do. Yeah, walk, walk, walk. I literally get up and do it. It rained today. I ran. I still did 8 miles. I mean, ran, hike, walked, whatever. So yeah, I did that. Yeah, that wine is unnecessary calories. Wine is unnecessary calories. I don't think Ozempic's safe. And you want to be able to control your body yourself, right? Yeah, Flo is so generous. She's helping me with the warehouse, which is tremendous. That's what everything I earn goes to the warehouse, as you know, when you're building something. Yeah, 278. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I was stress eating. Yeah, I stress eat. Like I was so tired, I needed cake. I needed cake. Okay. Oh, say hi to Camden. 9-year-old Camden. Hi. I hope I'm saying that right. Camden. I don't say names well, but hi. I love little kids. It's so great. Yes, you can get a tummy tuck. Yes, anybody who's had kids gonna have stretchy skin. Anybody who's had kids, I mean, there's a lucky few who don't. I met a little athlete. She has a kid, and her little tummy was so cute. And I was like, your little tummy's so cute. She's a total athlete, total gymnast, and beautiful. And she did have a daughter. And I'm like, that's just like some kind of crazy ass gene that I don't have. Yes, I talked to Johnny for the first time this morning. What's on the Fool's agenda for tomorrow? Oh God, April Fool's Day. Trying to avoid it. I talked to Johnny. His sister Cindy called right as I was walking in the door with Tallulah. And yeah, perimenopause will add weight to you. Acupuncture helped me. Anyway, I talked to Johnny. He's talking. I called him Batman because that's the first thing he said when he woke up out of the coma, that he's Batman. So I said, hey, I hear you're Batman. I heard his voice. It sounded like him for the most part, just a little bit like lighter. And I mean, I'm so glad he's in a therapy place right now, a rehab place, whatever, where they make you, come work to get back to your normal self. I'm so proud of him. I told him if you were better, I would go over there and bitch slap you for scaring the shit out of me. I told him, I said, all my YouTube people are praying for you. I said, my ex-husband John was pretty upset that happened to Johnny. Jason was upset. We were all like, Andrew was upset. We were all kind of upset. Lori upset. We know Johnny. So he'll be in recovery for, I'm going to say 6 months. I don't think, and I was excited to hear that he did meet, I shouldn't even say this, but he had a near death where he saw his mom. She passed away in 2021, I think, and his mom helped him. So I was like, that almost made me cry, because that's the first thing I asked him is like, did you have a near death experience? And thank you for that. And he did. He saw his mom and she helped him escape the car. So I was thrilled for him, because I remember we were in IKEA when he told me his mom died. Like, she died like the day before, and he was here, and she was, I want to say Arizona, but I could be wrong about that. I get shit mixed up. And we were getting stuff, maybe it was 2019, because I was getting a bed, and I think, it might have been in 2019, October, and I wanted, maybe it's 2019, maybe it was before Keith. Anyway, he told me she died, and he was very sad. And I remember I felt her immediately, and then I didn't feel her again. And so for him to see her, I was like, no, he said he saw her and she helped him get out of the car. He was ejected from the car, and apparently it was a blown tire. So like the tire, that happened to Jason, and it blew out the back end of the car. Like the tire was overfilled, and it blew the back bumper off the car. He'd missed the off-ramp onto the freeway, so he was getting off the freeway, which is the only reason he didn't end up in a major accident. Johnny, it blew the front. I think it was the front left side, did the same thing, but blew forward and spun the car this way. So that's what they think happened. I mean, obviously, no one knows what happened, but that's what they think happened. No, so why is sage evil? Does God make sage plants? Do you put sage in food? Why is it evil? I mean, I don't think it's going to necessarily clear demons because demons are demons, right? So there you go. But oh, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I don't think sage is evil. It's a plant. It's a total plant. But yeah, so anyway, I was so happy to hear his voice. It was the best. Like, I am, oh, so grateful. I told him, I said, dude, what the actual hell? Like, what the hell? What happened? You know, like, what happened? What the fuck happened? Anyway, I was like so blown away when that accident, and that's a huge accident. What about a storm in the Kawarthas, Petersboro, etc.? Let's see, ice storm, state of, oh God, yeah. I know Toronto always gets that. Yeah, I was so happy to talk to Johnny. Oh my God. And to answer Flo's question, I don't know if you can leave your card on my website. I don't know if that's how it is. I think you can have an account to get in and buy stuff, but I don't think we keep it due to fraudulent stuff. Yeah, I'm really, thank you all for your prayers for Johnny because that's so amazing. Like, I know they worked. I know they worked. So I'm like super excited. Okay, on to serious stuff now that I've told you all of the day to day. The warehouse is up and coming. The last thing that we need to get is the aerial equipment. Well, I mean, I need a bathroom door. I haven't picked one. 2 sinks. I like things matchy matchy. Neptune is in Aries. We had the eclipse. And did you see the dragon in the photo? Like, somebody, 2 people actually online, they're like, well, you know, some people are going to say it's AI. And I'm like, well, that's a fucking shame because my pictures aren't AI. They're just fucking me in a bathtub on fire, like in front of 30 other people. So the photographer gave me the picture right after. It's not the finished pictures, meaning she's got tons of them, but she, what do you call it? Airdropped it in. And the ones on the hoop, those aren't AI either. That's really me. Yeah, they like to say it. It's to discredit you. They're jealous. If you go to my Instagram, there's a picture of me on fire in the bathtub. Actually, only one leg's on fire and the fire is in the bathtub with me. That's why I'm at the other end. Some of the girls like lean forward and the fire is literally up their back. And I'm like, I'm not wanting to do that right now. Because for 3 years, I haven't, or for 2 years, I wouldn't get in the bathtub because it was too cold for me. Okay. Like it would be at the end of everything. And then you'd have to step in this freezing water and my nerves were shot, right? Shot. So I'm like, can we do the bathtub the first night so that I can get a picture? Because I'll never do it on night 3 when we're leaving because it's too fucking cold. Anyway, it was pretty good. So Bethany was first all weekend. She's first. No, I don't have a 6-pack. I'm 60 and I've had 2 kids, but whatever. That's me. And I'm curvy. I mean, I weigh 130. Call that what you want. Some people are like, Sloan Bella, you have a figure. We didn't think you had a figure because we only see your face. And I'm like, well, I tell you I'm a runner. What do you think? I'm a 400-pound runner? I mean, no offense to them, but please. So it was pretty funny. Yeah, no, I'm a normal weight. I'm 5'5" and 130. I don't know what else to say. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. It's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, my nerves have been shot since Keith. Yeah, that's exactly right. But I did the bathtub scene or bathtub pose. I was second. Bethany was first. And so I know Bethany's pictures are gorgeous. Anyway, she was first and I was second. And so the photographer, in between each shoot, she would drop a few of the pictures right from her camera to our phones. Like there was no time for anything. We were in like under, they have like a hanger, like an airplane hanger that shields you from the wind, where it was so windy that when you stepped outside, you could just hear the fire going. So you kind of do it inside because we've done the shoots outside when it's not as windy. But I would love it at 230. I hated myself. But anyway, so yeah, so she did it. But yeah, the dragon is facing me, and that's off a video. That's a still shot off a video. Like there's a whole video of it, and you can see, like it's just. Oh, somebody's like, stand up, please. I will, because I'm obnoxious. Well, it's on my I can't even see. There I am. There. There. Can you see? There. Oh, I can't turn it sideways. There. See? Normal body. So anyway, it's all on my Instagram. I wear size 3. I mean, you can say what you want, but my tops are bigger. They're small, medium. That's it. That's it. That's all I can tell you. I wear bodysuit under sweatshirt under with bike pants or whatever. So I mean, I'm 60 soon, so whatever. But the dragon was there. The dragon was literally looking at me, and I was like, "Fuck me! Look at that dragon." I didn't notice it. My friend noticed it, and I was like, "Look at that." Let's see. I'm 10. I'm 5'3". It doesn't matter what you are. I don't wear Spanx every day. I am way too fucking lazy for that. I can't stand the way it feels. But I will cover up like my stretch marks, but not all the time. I mean, hi Ashley. Ashley knows I'm not fat. I've seen Ashley in person. Spanx would too. Spanx is sometimes too confining. I mean, if I'm wearing like some kind of silky dress, I don't like to see any flaws in skin. So I like to have the kind of skin where I never have to wear an undergarment. I don't even like to wear bras, but I'm not, that's like a little bit much. I love you more, Ashley. Anyway, so it was pretty funny, but yeah, no, I exercise every day. My holidays, I just spent 11 hours a day exercising. My holidays are exercise, okay? I don't do spas. I don't do that. If there's not a mountain to climb, a hill to run, Cranbrook. If there's not that, I'm not doing it. So my kids and like John and I never went on spa vacations, or I love popcorn. I do eat popcorn. Spa vacations or what do you call it? Cruises or anything like that. What we did is we went skiing in Canada for 2 weeks. We went, everywhere we went, and I would exercise. Like I know the dragon is looking right at me. It's fucking crazy. You do gain weight aging. I'm not saying I haven't gained weight, but I'm everything I cancel Spanx. Everything I do is based on where can I exercise and what can I do. I have a new TikTok. It's official Sloan Bella. Official Sloan Bella. So that's my TikTok. I'm very hesitant to use it though, because they stole my whole account, all my ID and everything, right? Yeah, if you take care of yourself, I mean, and so if you take care of yourself, that's what you do, right? I don't know that I'm skinny mini. I mean, I don't think I'm skinny. There's a lot of tinier people around me, but there's also all shapes of bodies. That's a nice thing. When you're watching people dance and do these camps, there's all kinds of different bodies. So I need to gain 22 and 76 pounds. I don't know what. My diet. So I had chicken salad at lunch because I was so hungry for lettuce, salad, and vegetables, right? And so I had chicken salad for lunch. I had a bite of mashed potatoes. That's what I had today. 2 yogurts for the protein and a little bag of 80-calorie popcorn and a coffee with non-fat milk, no sugar. That's what I ate. But usually what I eat is salmon steak, turkey burger, halibut or cod. That's dinner. And yeah, low carbs. I don't eat bread. I'll have a bite of bread. I eat the Greek yogurt with no fruit. I don't eat anything with fruit in it. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't love mangoes because me and Sid, I ate all of Sid's mangoes when I was there. I'm like, oh, she has spicy mangoes. So I found the bag and ate them. That's the kind of roomie I am. But yeah, I had a bite of mashed potatoes, not much more. So I don't drink anything but water, tea, or coffee. I will have Diet Coke if I'm at a restaurant, but I'm not like drinking it all the time. And whatever I want to weigh, like I don't eat over 1,300 calories. So 10% of your body weight. So if you want to weigh 150, eat 1,500 calories. Don't eat more. You don't have a right to eat more. That includes your wine, your cake, your candies, your la 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 la. Yeah, they say being vegan is helpful for spirituality, but I need protein because I'm trying to keep everything up in my body. And you actually have to have protein and B vitamins. I do not drink my sugars, so not really. I don't fast. I like the snacky snacks. As soon as I get to hoop class or Wednesday aerial class with Lydia, they have a snacky snack box. And every time I'm in the corner with the snacky snacks, we eat the fruit roll-ups there. I'm not going to lie. That's a Wednesday night thing. 5'5", almost 5'6", but 5'5". I need a lot of protein. So I try to eat 80 grams of protein a day. Yes, I mean, I intermittent fast in that, like, I won't eat now and I won't eat till 11 tomorrow, about 11, something like that. So whatever that is. But I start off with 2 cups of 100, there are 100 calories of yogurt. That's my, what is that called? I can, the one that's Facey or Fiace or what, FACE, that says face on it. So I eat 2 of those 100 calories. So it's 200 calories. Then I'll have a bag of popcorn in the middle of the day for my snacky snack. Then I eat my vitamins, and I never eat bacon. I never ate bacon as a kid, so I don't eat bacon. That's so nice. Yeah, that's so nice. Yeah, Feihi, the ice cream, however you say it. So I eat that. I eat 2 of those. And then if I'm still hungry, I'll eat an organic protein shake. But it has a lot of salt. Aw, thank you, Flo. That's really nice. Thank you so much for that. No, popcorn isn't bad. And I eat the organic, you know, skinny pop, that kind of things. So that's what I eat. And then at Christmas, I eat turkey. I'm always cook salmon. So 90% of the time, but dabble in some things that probably aren't good. Yeah. Well, you're 6'2". I mean, my boys, I'm just trying to think. My Keithy was 6'4" and Jason's 6'3", and both of them weigh under 200. Although they don't like that. So, but that's gene pool. And if you drink beer or you drink alcohol or you eat the munchies, then you're gonna gain weight. So it's that kind of thing. You fast 30. Yes, Anthony lost weight. Ask Anthony in Toronto. Flo is amazing. I can't thank Flo enough because literally everything that's on this app is going to my warehouse. Oh, inflammation. Okay, in my opinion, with the inflammation, that's what causes diseases. I think we know this. So really what you might want to try is a carnivore diet. I've heard that that's the best one for inflammation. So it's so nice of Flo. I'm so grateful. Yeah, Anthony sent me butter tarts and I will eat butter tarts. That's what I will eat. But yeah. Aw, that's so nice. That's so nice. But yeah, how do you stop food noise? I exercise. So everything is about planning for an exercise trip. So every day, my world revolves around, I'm going to go out, I'm going to run, and then I'm going to book myself in classes so that my mind is occupied rather than me sitting in my house doing nothing. I run in all kinds of weather. I grew up in Canada, so I run in snow. I mean, it's not a problem. And Lyme for 7 years is inflammation. Absolutely. So I make sure, like my next trip will be to climb, and then my next trip after that will be for aerial. And then I'll go back home to Canada to visit the relatives, and that will be to climb. So I make the relatives go out hiking, whichever ones I can rope into it. We're going hiking. Show me the mountains and let's go. If you eat crap, you look like crap. Yeah. Ice skate. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I have a mug that looks like you. Fantastic. They probably stole my picture. I'm kidding. Who has my picture? No, I don't swim. I'm not really a fan of the bathing suits or the water on my bleached hair. So I don't do that. I prefer like dirt, mountains, and running kind of thing. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you for that. And visit Anthony in Toronto. Absolutely. Ariel is fun. No, it is. Uh, let's see. How the apple cider vinegar, absolutely. How I want to say this is if you respect yourself, and I understand food is addiction because I'm a compulsive overeater, and I also have been an exercise bulimic, a bulimic, and an anorexic without actually achieving any of them I achieved enough to have all my hair fall out. Kids were little. So I've had like, where I was losing hair. That's how much I wasn't eating. But my period never stopped. That's how much estrogen. But I did get down to under 100 pounds and still I had a period. Yeah. So I tried everything. No, I do not have diabetes. No, and I do not have high blood pressure. I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that. Dance is amazing. I do infrared sauna, and I just am going to purchase one for the warehouse. Is no fangs on meat true? I don't quite know what that means. No, I don't have diabetes. I answered that. I'm a bored eater when I'm bored. Yeah, that's what compulsive overeating is. Usually you get bored because there's an emotion attached to it. But like I said, I make sure to book my week up so I don't have time to do a lot of things. Even if I get home and stuff my face, I'm too tired to stuff my face that much. So that's it. No fangs, no meat. What does no fangs mean? What is no fine? Yeah, you hate yourself if you're anorexic because you're starving yourself, so you don't like yourself. What does no fangs mean, y'all? Yes, I have key sashes in my closet. Not even I don't have a closet. I have an open closet, so I don't have doors. But I have key sashes all around my house. Nothing if you keep the ashes, unless the person wants you to get rid of the ashes. You know what I'm saying? The dead person bugs you to get rid of their ashes. Must be Jen taught. Yeah. Yeah, no teeth. Why am I eating an animal with no teeth? What animals don't have teeth? Why do they not have teeth? He's talking about canine teeth, I think. Okay, so no dogs. Well, yeah, I know. I love my Keithy. Fangs like teeth. Okay, I eat fish. I eat salmon pretty much every day. I know it's expensive and I feel bad, but isn't my body worth salmon? I'm just asking because it has all the oils and I can get 50 grams of protein in like that much salmon. So it's more about me not having to think about eating 700 different meals. So yeah, I know it's expensive, but I'll see people buy wine and drink that. I'll see them eat potato chips in McDonald's. So stop doing that and eat your salmon to feed your body. It's got the fatty oils. It's got the exact amount of fat. I eat eggs too. I eat anything protein like that. So I don't care what food costs. I don't look at it that way. If I can't afford something, then I'll find the next level protein. But I'm not going to go through a drive-through and eat McDonald's. And I do only get wild salmon, Atlantic salmon. I'm not going to, you can buy cod. It's cheaper. But I'm not going to not eat what's healthy for my body. That's what they want you to do. I'm not going to do that. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to do it. So there's that. Yeah, cod is okay. I don't like lobster since I was pregnant to Jason. I couldn't eat lobster. And with Keith, I couldn't eat Kentucky Fried Chicken. I had a craving for it. I went and bought it and threw it right back up. He never liked Kentucky Fried Chicken either. Okay, they got protein peanut bars. Yeah, if you like peanut butter wigs me out a bit much. It upsets my stomach sometimes, so that's what happens. But your body's important. I don't know why you think your body's not. You'll drink alcohol, and you'll drink beer, and you'll drink wine, and you'll shove Cheetos down your throat. You'll do all of that kind of stuff, but you won't treat your body right. Like in the long run, if you buy proper food and eat properly, you're going to spend less money. I don't drink or smoke either. That's right. Yeah. I'm sure KFC is. I'm talking 30 years ago when I was pregnant with Keith. I had a craving for it for a second. And then I went, ugh, like I swallowed it and threw it right back up. And he would never eat it. He's a sweet boy. He wouldn't do it. I don't use the protein supplements. I use just an organic protein shake from Costco with nothing in it. Um, I don't know that it's discipline. If you want to be vegan, you be vegan. I mean, you do what you want to do. Eat the way you want to eat. I mean, that's the thing. Eat the way you want to eat. I'll take, like, I took yogurt on my trip, so I was eating yogurt. I will eat yogurt. I craved. Yeah, I haven't eaten McDonald's in decades. And even then, I ate only the ice cream or the fruit or whatever, that kind of thing. The ice cream or the fries, not fruit. Diet Coke. I do love Diet Coke. Yeah. So I just, yeah. That's just the way I eat. Maybe it's more Mediterranean diet. Like I had a big chicken salad at lunch, which I was so yummy. So yummy. And I was craving that because I was in the desert for so long. Okay, so the Epstein girl, I couldn't understand. Andrew called me and asked me if I heard about it because I haven't really been home. I couldn't really understand why she was going to die in 4 days. I was like, how does she know? Unless she heard it psychically. But that wasn't it. Apparently, she has renal failure. I don't know why she has renal failure. Those are two separate things, unless the car accident hit her kidney, but that doesn't account for renal failure. Renal failure is a different thing. Like renal failure, she's 41, she has children, and to me it doesn't seem, obviously it's an accident, but they're putting hits on people. There were 6 cops in Texas that just took their own lives within the last 6 weeks, 2 weeks apart from each other. They expect you to believe shit. I don't believe it. Yeah, and I don't know why she would have renal failure, because I don't know where that comes from in a car accident. Renal failure are your adrenal glands, right? So usually cocaine or drugs causes renal failure or diabetes. But are they saying she has diabetes in the accident? I don't know what they're saying. So I don't know that I believe what they're saying, right? I don't believe what they're saying. It's a real problem for me. I don't trust what they say. Hold on. How do you heal spirit, mind, body? Oh, I don't know how you heal from being touched, honestly. You got to head it face on. So what I did in my own family was notify via mail everybody what happened to me as a child. I wrote letters to every member of my family and put it in snail mail and mailed it. I did not keep my mouth shut. I ran away from home and I left. That's what I did. I left. So I think you should speak up. I don't care who calls you crazy. I got told that it was a fantasy. I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. Sure. And, yeah, it doesn't matter what they say. I'm going to say it. I talk about it all the time. Sorry. Don't make me speak up on what you did. Don't do it to begin with. If you're going to fucking do that, don't do it. If you're going to touch a kid and not think that kid's going to talk, and then you're going to blame the kid, maybe you shouldn't touch the kid. How about that? How about we all practice that? If you don't want your partner, husband, wife, kid, mother, father, uncle talking about the bullshit that you do, don't do bullshit. Don't do bullshit. So I don't give a fuck, I don't care. Oh, they all blame the kids though. That's a common move in a family. That's a common move, is to blame the child. That's very common. Most children do not get an apology. My dad did apologize to me before he died. It was a couple of years. It was like 2005 and he may have died in 2006. That was like a year. I went to see him. So he did apologize, but my mom never spoke to me. It's funny. She was a fucking bitch. But anyway, because if you're a woman and someone touches your child and you've been sleeping with that man, you have to acknowledge something in yourself, but you're some kind of fucked up asshole if you blame your kid. So I'm always going to take the side of the child regardless. So I'll find out later. Madeline Soto's mother is a pile of shit. It makes me so angry. I cannot stand it. She's the biggest fucking asshole. I cannot, I, oh God, I cannot, I won't. Her boyfriend, whatever his name is, that piece of shit, that pile of shit, I, oh, I start to get so mad. I start to get so fucking mad about that guy. Whoever the guy was, I don't even want to say his name. I can't even remember his name. She set her daughter up. She's a fucking see you next Tuesday. She needs to leave the planet and not cross over. Okay? Not cross over. Stay in limbo till she fucking apologizes to her daughter's soul. Steven Stearns, that guy likes dead people. That's why he liked to have sex with her when she was drugged. He filmed it and he sent it out on his phone, and his parents are disgusting. Yes, Steven Stearns' parents, fuck you for still defending your son. You can love your son, but your son did that shit. Your son did that shit. Your son. As a mother, you need to tell your son, I love you, but you got to deal with this. And you need to apologize to the rest of Madeline Soto's family as Steven Stearns' parents for what you raised. It's not their fault. It's not necessarily their fault. I do think the father's a pedophile. I'm going to say it. I don't think you turn into a necrophiliac. And as I said, I had one friend, his name was Jeff, whose sister married a guy that worked in the morgue who liked the dead bodies, okay? That's an inherited thing or a learned thing. So I don't know what the dad was into. And clearly the mother's an enabler. Clearly the mother is desperate to have snuff films. Yeah, exactly. They love this shit. Wake up. Understand. Man in the house with your daughters, only just, no, I'm serious. Yeah, I'm serious. Like, I knew this kid when I was 15. I knew about this shit. As I said, my mother told me about snuff films when I was in second grade. Be careful. So she knew, and I was told. But Jennifer Soto, or whatever her name is what she is, remember in Braveheart, what they did to Braveheart? That's what needs to happen to her. Do you remember the movie Braveheart? That's what needs to happen to her. Her level of fucking just covert narcissism and pimping her daughter out because she was jealous, because she's a googly-eyed, fat-ass, stupid-ass bitch with no brains in her head, allowed her daughter to be murdered and covered up for that guy. Her precious daughter. She couldn't even show up at her daughter's birthday. She's such a pile of shit. It makes me insane. I can't even talk about her. I can't even, I can't. The level and what, the level of disrespect for yourself that you pushed onto your daughter. So Madeline Soto's parents, what did you do to your daughter? Yeah, because I'm coming for you. What did you do to your daughter that makes your fucking daughter so desperate to have a man's attention, a stupid man's attention, an ignorant man? He's so stupid. He's fucking ignorant. He knows that he murdered her so that he could get off because she was dead. Like, he loved it. He was like, oh my God. And like angels singing. That guy, I can't. See, you just triggered me. I'm triggered. I'm like beyond triggered. I know, Tallulah. I know. She is a horrible mother. The guy is responsible, but so is the mother. She knew. I know so many women pimp out their daughters. Yeah, okay. How do you think the Kardashians got to take over the media? Ask yourself that. Yeah, Lou, she's been upset. She didn't eat much when she was at Vicky's. I send her to the kitty sitter, and Vicky's children are kind enough to let her sleep in the room and everything. Like, the kitty sitter has lots of kitties, but Lou gets a special place in the daughter's room, and she wouldn't come out for me. She was being mean to mommy. She was mad. But yeah, Jen Soto, they probably had addictions. I don't give a fuck what your addiction is. I don't care. If you're a loser with an addiction that it requires you to do child, you know what the word is. If it requires you to do that, maybe you ought to take responsibility for your addiction. Maybe you better do that. You don't let a grown man sleep in a bed with a child. I mean, unless it even little kids, yes. Little kids, yes. But little kids got to be moved like onto the floor, into their own room. Like, what is the problem? I know, and they drugged her. What is the problem? No, I can't. I can't understand it. That poor daughter, that poor daughter, that poor little girl. And kids become addicts. Yes, I know the cycle of trauma, addiction. Sorry, my nose is so itchy. Sand in there. Nobody should calm down when talking about child sexual abuse and the murder of children. The fact that you're telling somebody to calm down, you're part of the fucking problem. You should be outraged. And you should be using your energy to stop it. But are you too cowardly or you can't handle emotions? Which is it? Which is it? Which is it? You afraid to express an emotion because someone might say something to you? What are you, a fucking coward? You let your kids get raped? What do? I mean, come on. No, you should be fucking angry and you should express that anger. Eggs are good protein. You should express that anger because these kids are getting murdered. That little girl, Emily Pike, why is that even in our society? Yeah, of course, Jen. Sunshine, you're right. Jen probably did watch. She probably fucking did. She's one of the dumbest looking people I've ever seen. You can see there's no intellect in that brain. She is so fucking stupid looking and talking that I can't even take it. I can't even take it. And the problem in our society is we medicate everybody in high school. The teachers, in high school, in kindergarten, they're on their own medication in high school. In kindergarten, because we tell people, oh, they're too expressive, they're too loud, they talk too much. Fuck you and deal with child sexual abuse. Deal with that. Deal with taking down accounts that have child porn and child sexual abuse. Deal with that. Social media, AI, whoever you are, fucking deal with that before you come after anybody for being agitated because of rape and murder. You're on the wrong side of things. Speak up, cowards. Cowards. You're cowards when you say shit like that. Complete, pathetic, apathetic cowards. Cowards. Get a backbone and speak up. Kids are being abused in houses next door to you, across the street from you. Kids that your kids go to school with. Oh, you just going to turn a blind eye when you see it because you don't want to offend anybody, you fucking idiots. Okay, shut up. Anyway, I can't take it. You say that. You think it's funny? You calm down. You calm down. It's sickening. It's sickening. And people have to speak up and they need to get really angry about it because we're not going to stop it, but you need to get angry. And the angrier, yes, Aries season is in. It is. Oh, doctors. Come on. It's okay, right? It's okay to sexualize children, right? Well, when your kid gets sexualized, raped, murdered, and filmed, don't come crying to me, you fucking cowards, because you did shit. And if you're a mother that doesn't speak up, you're also a piece of shit. Right? Jen Soto, she needs hate mail. She needs to be arrested. She needs to get the death penalty because she knew that leaving her daughter alone with weirdo, because she watched porn with him, she did everything that he did and she loved it because she thought he was the prize. Her parents taught her, her daddy issues, taught her that some fucking man was the prize who was raping her daughter. Wow, that's aspirations. Okay. I can't. She knew she had, oh yeah, of course she knew. And they probably made money off it. So Jen Soto, you're parent of the year. I hope when you cross over, you realize and are judged. Oh, passive abuser mom, right? Mindy, good word. I couldn't think of the word for it. Mindy's on par. Exactly. Covert narcissist, passive abuser. Oh, I'm a victim. She loves that her daughter's dead, by the way. You know why? Because she was jealous of her daughter. She was one of those mothers that can't handle getting old, and she's not even old. Her daughter was 13. So she is one of those women that is so petty that she was mean to her daughter. This is her child, little Madeline Soto's mother, Jen Soto. Biggest piece of colossal shit, and any mother like her. She should open up a jail group called "I'm a fucking asshole as a mother." I mean, it's infuriating to me. I can't even think about it. I tried to stay really calm for months. Yes, and there's another thing. I was talking to somebody today about this. Now, in our society, we are completely inverted and backwards. You will hear when somebody goes out and drunk drives and kills people. I know, she just turned 13, and they thought he'd snuff her life out. They thought they'd kill her so that his dick could get hard, because the little loser couldn't get a hard on, because he's probably really gay and doesn't want to admit it, because he likes watching the other man, just like all those fuckers in the strip club. They love watching the other men get off because their little dicks don't get hard unless they look at that loser of a man. Anyway, I can't. Oh my God, I can't. I'm going to go insane. It's so upsetting. I don't know how people eat dinner after hearing that story, but it is reverse world. And here's why. We give people that are active addicts causing trouble, robbing liquor stores, murdering people, driving on the freeway. Like there was an accident in LA somewhere, and I don't know where it was. I don't know which freeway. I want to say the 60, but I might be wrong. 4 people dead because of a wrong way drunk driver. Okay, 4 people dead. Now, there's no excuse for that. And I don't care if you're an addict. I don't care. So what happens that makes you've heard people say blackout drunk. He's so nice when he's not drunk. She's so nice when she's not on meth. Whatever it is. So ask yourself, what changes? Is it the substance, or is it the demon that gets in? Is it the demon that gets in to the body? Because what is it? What is it? It's the demon. It's the demon that gets in. You cannot abdicate your physical body by tuning out with substance that alters your brain chemistry and not think there's a door that lets an entity in. And there's things that cause chaos magic, chaos demons, all of that. So if they can get into a human body and perform literally disgusting, perverted sex acts on little Madeline Soto, then you understand who's ruling that human. Human beings don't do that. They want you to think that, but it's the demon. But here's the thing. Every time, and I've said this, and I'm going to say it again. If you were to look at porn in the 80s, you couldn't buy crotch shots, right? You couldn't buy like women's vagina shots and all of this. You couldn't do that. Now we show every orifice, whatever, however you want to word it. We pretty much show up to your lungs, okay? Front, back, mouth, eyes, animals, kids. So what happens next is that they get bored, and then they have to up the ante for their dopamine rush. That's why they push porn on everyone. They want your kid looking at porn, your daughter, your son, because it's going to lead them into a life where they corrupt their own boundaries because they're chasing that. It's a dopamine rush. So they will corrupt their own boundaries. Once they corrupt their boundaries, they'll take substances. Once they take substances, they completely can't be trusted because they literally will do whatever they want because they don't have boundaries now. They're high on meth, coke, heroin, whatever, oxys, Vicodin, Percodan, whatever it is, hola. They're on that. So it's about the corruption of the boundaries. So yes, and they think nothing of it. Oh, everybody drinks. Do you know how many apologizers? Like I was saying that today too. How many people in my life have I been around since I was born that are fucking addicts? And I'm supposed to eat shit because why? because your behavior, because you're out of control, I'm supposed to have compassion at the expense of self? No. No. No, no, no. Porn is very bad because you can't, if you're going to look at porn, you're not going to want to make love to your partner, right? Because you're watching porn. So you can't do the same thing on your husband or wife because they're probably not going to let you shove something up their ass and put a kangaroo on your forehead or whatever it is they do. I don't know, but whatever that is. Or fuck a child, a cat, a dog, a horse, whatever, just to get that. You see? Or choke people. Choking's great. Some women like choking. Okay. Choke me, you're getting punched in the... I laugh so hard. I'm not going to say which one of my friends. I think I've told the story, but one of my very beautiful friends, and she's younger, little people or whatever. Anyway, she's younger than me, and she was, with an early boyfriend, like meaning they were just beginning to date. And she's so thin and so like beautiful, glamorous looking, and so like, you wouldn't expect this out of her. She hauled off and just punched this guy straight in the face when he tried to choke her. Like she literally punched him and knocked his ass out. I could not stop laughing when she said it. Like I was under the table laughing because when you look at her, she's very elegant. She's very strong, but she's well-spoken. She's educated. She's a businesswoman. She's beautifully done up and manicured. And she just fucking socked him. And she's like, get out. And she's like, just get out. And when she told me that, I was like, yeah, I just love you. Like you were not going to get at her like that. And I love that about her. She's petite too. She was not like a big football playing looking woman. She's a petite girl. And it was the best when she told it. Yeah. She's like, she said, good day, sir. Pop. Good day. Yeah, she did. And she's like, that's never happened. Like she said, her reaction was self-defense was her reaction. She was like, get off me. And that's good. Yes, Saturn. I don't know what Saturn's at right now. I really haven't looked. But it's interesting that a man, I guess it's okay if you're consensual and you have your safe word, I guess. But do you want your daughter being choked by her husband because he wants to play those games because he's been watching porn or he hates his mother, whichever? And do you want to participate in that, right? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm confused. If you won't want it for your daughter, why do you want to do it to your girlfriend, wife? Why? I know they're bondage. I know what they are, and there is elements. But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, when did that start? It goes back in time, all the way back, obviously, because they've been talking about it. It's in literature. It's all of that, right? But who rules this planet that we go around saying, love, light, like all of these airy, fairy new agers, and then they let their boyfriends choke them out? Think about that. What's that? What is that, right? He tried to choke my friend during sex and she punched him out and never saw him again. We were talking about that and she's like, yeah, she's like, literally, he put his hands around my throat and she just hauled off and hit him. And I was explaining that she's very eloquent and very glamorous and petite, well put together, manicured, perfect makeup. Everything about her is stunning. And she's a good businesswoman. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, God. Yeah, stuff on TV, too. They put it made me laugh because I could see it. And I was like, that is a funny image. Like the guy thinking he's all that. And, well, yeah, you got to ask permission, sure. But if you're getting off heightened dopamine effect during an orgasm, are you going to be able to stop yourself with your hands around my neck? That's what I'm asking you. Don't put your hands around my neck. I will fuck you up too if you do that. But you can say a safe word. But when someone just equate an orgasm with getting a hit off a crack pipe. So you're getting the hit off. You've seen those drug dens where they're just sitting there doing all of that stuff because they're getting the dopamine hit. That's what I'm asking you. Think logically. If that's how they get their thrill and they're about to do that, can they stop themselves? I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it. No, thank you. I mean, no. Are you going to point a gun and play roulette with me too? Are you going to do that? Like, are we going to play Russian roulette and you jack off and then I'm going to trust you not to pull the fucking trigger? Sure. Yeah, not happening. No, thank you. And I'm not saying people can't do it. They can do whatever they want. I don't give a shit. But why is that something we teach little girls is okay? Like that. It is a fetish, but why do they have fetishes? Dig into it deeper. Because so is pedophilia, quote, a fetish. And it's fucking violent and disgusting and illegal and evil. So I'm trying to look up Saturn here. Sorry. No, Saturn is at 24. I'm like, I can't even read it. Look at the tiny print. Tiny print. Saturn hits 29 degrees. Yeah, it's going to hit, no, it doesn't hit 29. It hits 29 on April 30th. 27 on the 26th of April. So prepare for it then. But yeah, but see, here's the problem. There's a lot of husbands who are married with children and they talk their wives into letting guys have sex with them so they can watch it. If you want to watch your wife have sex with another guy, I'm going for you're gay. And I don't care if you're gay and I don't care what the two of you do, but why don't you just say what you are instead of sucking your wife into it so she can really understand? Yeah, don't risk it all for the biscuit. Exact. I'm just asking. Really, I'm really asking that because, well, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. But again, I'm going to ask you, why don't you just say you're gay? And why are you married? Like, why do you, like, I get it. It's the thrill. You can try anything. You can do what you want. But how did we as a society develop into disrespectful things, regardless of what you want to call it? We are disrespecting. They can't perform. Bingo. There you go. So they can't perform, so they want to degrade their wives, and the wives want to keep the marriage together. Or they're kinky themselves, whatever. But the sauce and the biscuit. And they want to groom kids. Like Chilliwack, BC. You know I love that. Chilliwack. I drive through it on the way to Penticton. I think that's where we drove through it. I have no thoughts on the Canadian election. Yeah, I don't think they have morals either. People tell me, oh, sex is such a vast this and that. And I'm like, a long line of men with daddy issues that want to fuck their daddy, right? I'm sorry. Sorry, potty mouth here. Oh, God. Men are worse than women for the most part. Like, they really are. I was wondering, wait, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I was going to say something else with kids. Yeah, there's all men, not all men. A lot of men are broken because they believe that I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. But we have a society that's completely backwards. They're gross. If you don't know what the Kardashians do to be billionaires, I don't know what to tell you. Earth to people on my channel. If you're in the cult, so let's look at it as a cult. Let's call the cult Luciferianism, satanic, inverted world religion, perverted Baphomet. I don't give a fuck what you call it. Call it whatever. Mormonism, all of that. Call it all of that. So the club that they're in gives them the cabal. That's really what they are. And just because those bitches are witches, ask yourself why those witches elevated to control everything with their ugly bodies and their ugly faces. And I'm going to say that, and here's why I'm going to say that. They touch their faces. If they really walked their walk, they wouldn't have like the shitty nose job, the diaper in the booty, and they wouldn't have all plastic surgery themselves. Not the oldest one, not is it Courtney? Whatever, whoever's married to Blink 81 guy. They wouldn't have done all that, but they don't look like themselves. They don't look like themselves. Who are they? Who are they? Like, what? You're not even attractive. You're average. But you went and spent money, and now I'm supposed to listen to you because why? Kanye is dogging Kim. Like, Kanye is fucking with Kim. Blink 21910. Yeah, Blink 81. Yeah, that. But ask yourself, he's fucking tormenting Kim. I didn't like that he had his child. I didn't like that he had his child over there with the Tate brothers. I didn't like that. But what he's saying about his ex-wife and her family is true. And you guys all know that. You can't not know that. They did not get to be billionaires because they are normal people. They didn't work hard to get it. That's bullshit. Shut up, bullshit. That's bullshit. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. They didn't do that. You can work hard all you want. You're not going to get there, okay? Because you're not in the cult. You're not in the cult. You will never get there because you're not in the cult. Yeah, Honeycomb, Kanye, he's coming out again. And they're presidential prostitutes. Everything is about trafficking. And until people understand that, everything is about trafficking. You going to school, ultimately the school board at its highest echelon is about trafficking with their political ties and about indoctrinating your children. Keep your children and raise them in an environment you want to. These people have no authority except we listen to them. Will Diddy get off? Yeah, okay, sure. No, he's not getting off. And Diddy, Adam Shifty Shift. Please don't vote for Adam Shifty Shift. And look what they've done. They tell us women, they tell us fucking women that we don't have any power. We birth children. We have all the power. Men can't do what they're supposed to do on this planet because it was never intended for them to be that way. They have fucked with us. They're not hunters or gatherers. They're bonbon eating bitches at home while their wives do 90% of the work. While they sit there after their 8-hour-a-day job while the wife is cooking and cleaning and can't get a career to earn money because you can't do that with kids. So it's all backwards. And I don't care. There's some good men out there. So, yeah, they're soy boys because we eat the food that these morons put in our food. It's called Mother Earth because women are stronger. Men, all the men in my family when Keith died had to go and do drugs and drink because they were upset and sad for themselves. As the mother of the dead child, I didn't have an opportunity to sit still. I had to take care of everything. I didn't have help and had to do it myself. I had help from you guys and help from my friends. But what I'm saying to you is, as the mother who also lost her son, nobody comforted me. My friends did. But I'm talking about the men in the family. All of them. Not one of them. Not one of them. My son's friends had to step up and do that. So as a mother, I could not take the time to be sad. Oh, your son died, so you're just going to go drink a whole bunch. I couldn't be that person. So why is it that men can do that? We just like, oh, okay, well, they're upset. I don't care if you're fucking upset. Grow a pair of balls, which you apparently are born with, and handle your shit. And they don't. And this planet is really wrong. I know I sound like a maniac now. Not all men are like this, but men tend to get away with it. No, that was for real. I did everything myself. I mean, my friends helped me. I got the preacher from Lori. I talked to my friends. I asked other people if they wished to be included in partaking, but they did not. Jason helped me put signs up around, and Jason's friends and Keith's friends. Keith's friends stepped up and helped me. They planned the funeral and helped me because I couldn't do it. But if I'd have been drunk Who was going to get Keith's stuff done? Who was going to get it to court? Who was going to do that? Who was going to do that, right? So in our society, all the women are clamoring for attention from men. But who are the men that are doing anything? They're waiting for the women to bring in income and money. What is that about? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not even sorry about it. I don't care. It was an honor. My son is my son. The older men. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Hold on. No, straight men are not. Wait. No, straight men are not secretly gay. Well, if they're straight, they're not gay. I didn't say that. I said a lot of gay men are in the strip clubs pretending to be straight while they're on the down low, hanging out with men in the strip clubs, watching men get excited by naked women in the strip clubs. That's what I said. I didn't say your straight husband is gay. That I didn't say. I didn't say that. I don't know who your husband is. No, women are strong. Women have to step up to the plate. Women have to take care of. Even if there's 2 drug addicts in a house, guess who's getting sober first? The woman, because she the mama. She's going to have to get sober first. I haven't met strong men. I've met women who supported me. My son's friend, Keith's friends actually came to my aid, so I will say that. But we have a lot. I never could rest. I gave birth and went running out the door. I haven't been able to rest. I didn't get to go and hang out in a bar. And by the way, when I was raising my kids, when I exercised, I got that thrown in my face. All you do is exercise. We babysat, my mom and I, while you exercised. Fuck you. It's your child. It's not babysitting. And your mother's grandma. So she said she wanted to do it. I mean, that's the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only woman. There are many women that experience that. Many women that experience it. I'm supposed to be judged because I do that. Well, fuck you. Guess what? Now I don't have to worry about it. I'll do exactly what I want all the time. Yeah, it's just ridiculous what happened. So I've been sober and I wanted, wait, hold on. And I wanted my son to have a sober mom. Good for you, Shelly. Yay, Shelly. Bravo, Shelly. I'm super proud of you. You at least could see through it. It's so important. It's a third eye activated, gay for the stay. You guys are cracking me up. Shelly's amazing. She got sober for her child. See, that's a woman on here saying that. Some men will get sober. But see, here's the thing. I've said this and I get in trouble for saying it. Monkey see, monkey do. So yeah, gay for pay is gay. Monkey see, monkey do. And I don't care if you're gay. So don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted. I don't care. Monkey see, monkey do. You raise a kid while you're drunk, lying on the couch, lazy, smoking crack, doing whatever you're doing on the couch, having drug addict friends around your house. You're going to have molesters because drug addicts are hiding a trauma. What is their trauma? Did they get molested? Are they men? They're 90% more in danger of harming a child once it's happened to them. Usually women don't do that, but that's even changing. We got that school teacher who's having sex with 14-year-old boys because she's mental, okay? So we have that happening. Yeah, 36 years sober. Amazing. Amazing. People who justify alcohol, everybody drinks. No, that's what was said. When your kids hear shit, justification of drugs, well, everybody can't be perfect like you. Everybody can't be perfect like you. What an ignorant statement to say to somebody who takes care of themselves. What an ignorant thing to gaslight a mother who would lose custody of her children if she allowed her husband to see her take drugs or alcohol, because that would be the first thing that would happen. Okay, the first thing that would happen. The man on a power trip would go take those kids from that mother. But when she takes care of herself and has respect for her body, as in not doing crack, not shooting up, not doing whatever, and dealing with her trauma, right? She gets called self-righteous or perfect in order to degrade her effort and say, don't aspire to be that. Everybody drinks, everybody does drugs. Well, if they don't, They're, only people in church don't. I don't go to church. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the justification that we allow around our children that turn our children into addicts. And I will include it to say that as a mother, my biggest mistake was allowing certain things to happen around my children and not leave sooner. That was my mistake. If you're around an addict, just get a divorce and let them straighten it out and come back and parent their kids. That was my mistake. That was my mistake. True mistake. If you're raising your kids around a drug addict or alcoholic, you have to leave for your kids. Unless you're mental. Unless you're mental. I know you are, Beth. I know you are. I know Beth is a good mom and she's sober. Yeah, weak men need to be bitch slapped. And then they go, well, you're too dominant. Oh, what? You mean I take care of business like you're supposed to? Our society is so fucked up. Everybody, all of us, that as little kids, our parents will tell us, oh, don't do drugs while sitting at home, smoking, drinking, and popping pills. I'm talking back in the day, right? I'm getting so dry so they will do that. So that's what you want for your kids. But when your kids get to be teenagers and they're not nice to you, you give them a sip of beer. When you know you have alcoholism in your family. I didn't do that, but you'll do that. Or you'll come home and you'll get so drunk you'll pass out on your couch and your kids will walk by you stuck on a couch in the living room for decades and they'll just sit there and that's what they think is normal. That's a learned thing. If you're a parent around that, you need to get your kids out of that because that is abusive. There you go. Mindy, you're so smart. I was too weak. See, I caused my kids harm by allowing that around my kids. But we're taught, oh, you got to be there. The marriage. Now, here's another inverted thing. Till death do you part. Why am I bound to this motherfucker till I die? Any motherfucker. And why are they bound to me? What's that about? Till death do us part? So somebody got to get killed? No, there's no karmic lesson in that. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit. That's the new age stuff. And I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to say it. I said it when I talked to David Icke, but here's what I'm going to say. A 3-year-old or a Madeline Soto that experiences what they do in their life, what is the lesson in that for Madeline Soto? She should have what? What should she have learned from that? I can't trust mommy because the person that carried me for 9 months let her boyfriend murder and rape me repeatedly while selling it online? Is that the lesson? And what does she gain from that lesson? I'm curious. What is the lesson? What's the microphone drop, right? What is the lesson? I would like to know. Oh, we're released by death. But don't you see the trickery? Till death do you part. I can't commit to a t-shirt, let alone a marriage. But yet they trick women who grow up in alcoholic homes. I'll speak for myself. Who grow up in alcoholic homes because they become overly responsible, people-pleasing children that pay their bills, go out on their own and take care of others, and therefore stay married for decades when there's nothing there because one is an addict and one isn't. You see what I'm saying? So it is yes, that poor little girl. I want to know the lesson though. So can somebody please tell me the lesson? I would like to know the lesson. What is the lesson? Enablers, but what for Madeline Soto? Since the New Agers, okay, since the New Agers say nothing, and as the mother of a dead child that died in a motorcycle intentional accident, as the mother of that child, when somebody says everything happens for a reason, I want to get in their face and say, really? Did you bury your child? Do you want to help me? Do you want me to help you do that? Is that what you're going to say to me? Asshole? No, everything doesn't happen for a reason. Some shit just happens, right? No, I want to know with Madeline Soto what the reason is. What does God want her to learn from that? Because this is not God's planet. It's not God's planet. So what does God want Madeline Soto to learn? What does she learn when she crosses over? That her mother was a complete deviant? What does she learn? What? That's right, nothing. She learns her life was cut short because her stepdaddy, weirdo mummy friend, whatever he was a freak, right? And mommy was disgusting. That's what there is no reason. No, it's not. It could be past life. I won't say not, but I don't even think it's that, because let's look at this in a different way. Because they try to say that God does this. Karma is balance, okay? So there is balance in your life. Karma is balance. So karmic balance is a thing. So I can see one time you're a criminal and one time you get robbed. I could see that kind of thing. But to intentionally cause the kind of damage that Emily Pike went through, Madeline Soto went through, I don't know that a soul recovers from that. And I don't believe that that is karma. I believe that that is intentional inversion of energy on this planet by the other one, the beast system. I gotta say it. That's what it is. It is wrong that we think that that is something that is, there's a reason for that. So do we just say that because we don't really want to stop shit? Like, oh yeah, the homeless, there's a reason for that. Yeah, well, I'm sure there is, but that's not God's reason for that. So it's really fucking interesting to me. Look at this. Look at this. Just hold on a minute here. Javi, you have to stop saying shit about that. Don't tell me what to talk about on my show ever. I will talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. If you don't like it, then you go somewhere else. And the fact that it's not positive, you are the person who would allow a rape to go on in your house because you don't want to eat breakfast and talk about reality. You want to talk about nice things with little rosy colored glasses on, so your children are getting raped. I know that energy. Let's talk about something nice. Why? You don't have a backbone? You're what? A jellyfish with no spine? You can't deal with reality? What's your problem? Please don't do that. Start dealing with uncomfortable topics. You deal with it. Maybe someone raped you and that's your issue, but you should go to therapy and, deal with your fucking problems. Oh, see, I just get vicious with that. I get fucking vicious. I don't care if you want to hear it. This is my channel. You can go to the happy channel. You know what? Here's the thing. I watch so many dumbass psychics, and I'm going to say this, okay? Talk about Chester Bennington after he died and how he didn't want to do that to himself and how he wished he didn't do it to himself. From day one, I said he was murdered. His own family thinks he's murdered. He was murdered. And every fake psychic on the internet is doing a reading on him saying in their airy-fairy, rosy-colored glasses, oh, well, I picked up on his energy. I'm not saying they can't, but I don't know who they were picking up on. And he didn't mean to do it. He didn't do it, jackasses. Oh, God, I can't. He didn't do it. And I said that in 2018. I got called. Why was he murdered? Why does anybody do anything? They got their reasons. Why do you think? Research. Go watch my video. That'll tell you why he was murdered. I mean, he was murdered. And these psychics lie. And people go, oh, that's nice. Everything's love and light on the other side. You're not getting to the other side, to the love and light, until you deal with reality. God, I go insane. Yes, he was going to expose the child trafficking. The same reason I got death threats when I opened this channel, and all of those people sent me death threats, stalked me on hiking hills, and told me to watch it or I might end up dead. And then my son ended up dead, and my other son ended up in a motorcycle accident, and I ended up with a rat bound and gagged at my front door, well, between my two cars. So, really? Happy psychics telling bullshit, happy, airy-fairy lies? Please. No, it just occurred to me when they tell the more positive things, why don't you go to the positive psychic channel and read the positive readings? Because you can't handle it. Because you're so mental, you can't handle it. You can't do it. I don't take personally how someone died. It's a medium is a receiver for information. I personally get information and give it. I don't judge it. These people are making a judgment that they need to say everything is love and light and happy. Some people, okay, are happier on the other side. But some people were taken out of their fucking lives and murdered, like Madeline Soto and Emily Pike. So no, they didn't forgive their murderers on the other side. That shit doesn't happen that way. They can, but is that the first thing you're going to do when you've been taken out of your life by some Yahoo weirdo? Is that what you're going to do? Or are you going to look into every faction of it until you can settle it with your soul that you don't get to see mommy anymore? You realize Emily Pike was in a group home and she didn't get to make amends with her mother herself, or to learn about her mother, or mother to learn about her. Do you know that little girl did not get to complete her life? And that's not a karmic thing. It did not happen for a reason. It completely was out of left field and somebody doing that from their own volition because she wasn't protected. That's the reason it happened. Her energy wasn't protected. That girl was so quickly and I'm getting freezing now, so they're coming into the room because I'm like ranting about it. That little girl was taken from her life. She no longer gets to talk. That's what I can feel, is she wanted to know more about her mother. Do you see what I'm saying? And so they took that from these two souls. And so now the mother goes down a path that is probably so horrible for her, I can't even imagine, okay? And I don't care what problems she was having, but everything happens for a reason. Some things can happen for a reason, right? Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, I think it's Emily. I can feel it. I can feel her coming in, the energy. I know she wanted to make amends with her mom. I know that's all she wanted, was to make amends with her mom. That's what I wanted. That's what I just heard to say. That's what I wanted. So she's now taken out of that. She's taken out of it and put over here where she can't do that. And shame on the people that did that. They will find them, though. I know that. They will find them. And those people need to have the same things done to them. They need to be bravehearted, if that makes sense. When the movie, that's what they need to have done. They need to have done to them. Yeah, see, that's what happens. It's horrific. And to have New Age readers read the energy and say, she's in a happier place now. Really? It happened just like that, right? She just suddenly, no. Be realistic with it. Yeah. Well, I did the video saying it was Bono. Sonny Bono, whatever. Anyway, yeah, sure. Him and the Kennedy, they skied into a tree. Wink, wink. I'm like, you remember back then it was one of the Kennedys and Sonny Bono, and they literally skied into a tree? Yeah. Interesting. I remember just like going, what? That doesn't even sound right. Yeah, so in my video, I said who I thought it was. Maybe I did two or three videos on Chester, but I laid it out, time-stamped it in 2018 or early 2019. Either way, before anybody was saying it, I said it. And I was getting death threats, and people were saying I was crazy, the other psychics that were telling you that he didn't mean to do it. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. They want you to think he did it because you know why? As a society, we won't say the word suicide because there's such a stigma attached to it. So the stigma attached to the word suicide is what stops people from saying, I don't think my kid, my husband, my lover, my dad, my mother, whoever committed suicide. When you say that, people have pity on you. They get that look on their face like, oh, she can't handle it. Really? Really? No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. The stigma that society put on them makes these people believe it's so, you just look at it. Always look at the energy of someone who passed away of their own hand and see if that's believable to you. See, because human beings don't do that. Entities tell them to. That's the problem. You know what I'm going to do when I open my podcast, which is going to start probably, I'll start it September onward. That's as quick as I can get to it. But when I start doing guests, I'll bring Libra Lori on because she was best friends with Randy Rhodes. Somebody just asked me. So I'll see if she wants to do the podcast. And then you can ask her your questions once and for all. I'll see, because she'd be a good one to ask since she actually knew him. So there. Yeah, she did. And I'm sorry, Flowery. I'm sorry. When they commit suicide, it's because of the outside voices and they don't, what's the word? I did a video on Anthony Bourdain. He was murdered. Chester was murdered. Chris was murdered. That's how this channel started. I did a reading for somebody who worked with Chris Cornell, another musician. And they asked me why he committed suicide. And at first I thought he did. But when I read the energy with the client that was asking about him, he didn't. And then I started this channel and Keith told me, just start the channel. Me, because I'm a Leo in my vanity, I'm like, I'm not going to start the channel. Versace, that guy killed him, or was that guy programmed MK Ultra? Right? Paul Walker's questionable too, because who dates a 16-year-old as a grown-ass man? Like, I don't know. What's wrong with these men? Yes, there are people who do, but I want you to understand when someone takes their own life, it is an outside voice talking inside. Okay, how do I want to word this? A corrupted energetic body, spirit body. It is always a murder in a spiritual realm when a human being takes their own life. The human beings don't do that. They are coerced by the voices. Whether that be schizophrenia, something is in their head that is not their own voice. That's why, as a metaphysician and a person who deals now in spiritual stuff, I just stuttered on that. You have to teach your children that sometimes their thoughts are not their thoughts, and that they really, really need to get clear on what are their thoughts versus what are not their thoughts. So, and prayer is important in the name of Jesus. It's very important. So it feels like the person gets blamed, and then that's a generational curse with the suicide. It's a generational curse. So it becomes ancestral. And as an ancestral curse, people in the family believe that it needs to be handed on down and there's mental illness. Now, there can be mental illness, but the soul is open to receive that outside chatter that causes them to do what they did. Somebody goading them. Just like online, somebody goads somebody and they do it. This whole world is inverted. It's inverted. That's it. It's inverted. It's important to pray and to know what after my stepson died, I heard the voices tell me, and it was I had little Keithy, 10 months old, and 3.5-year-old Jason turning 4. So I had those 2 little boys with me, and I could hardly get out of bed. I was so broken from that and in such a state of depression, I could hear the voice tell me that Jimmy was lonely and that I could go over and talk to him and make him feel more comfortable. That was demonic. That was not anything to do with my stepson. He was not lonely. I mean, maybe he was, but that was not his energy. Those thoughts plagued me for months. I went to a psychiatrist. Then the thoughts told me they weren't a psychiatrist. And I ran from the psychiatrist thinking that they were an escaped mental patient. It was a whole thing. But it was based in deep depression. I was, what do you call it? Postpartum depression. And then depression that Jimmy died. So I was absolutely off my rocker hormonally and mentally. I've said this, I had to lock, John had to go to work to pay bills. I had to lock the doors in my house and the windows because we had a pool. And I had to Tanner, the neighbor kid who was a little bit older than Jason by half a year, those two watched Keith for most of the time. I had to put myself in the closet and not pull a gun out. You know, I had to hide from things. I could barely look at people and speak to them. I couldn't eat. I was constantly running to the hospital. It was insanity, and those voices wouldn't stop. But you can't tell people you hear voices when you're in a state of depression, because they'll fucking medicate you and they'll think you're schizophrenic when that's not what it is. Or it could be, but that's not what it was. And so finally, I just said, I'm not going to kill myself. You can go fuck yourself. And I started talking back. So anytime the thought came in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not ugly. I'm not stupid. Jimmy's not lonely. I am not doing that. It went on for months. The depression, and I think it might have been postpartum. Well, it was postpartum, but I didn't have any help. And so it was weird. Okay. Like it was just weird, but you have to teach your kids when you get a thought like that, you don't have to follow it. So they have to know that that is not spoken about. That's called a mental illness, and they'll say you have schizophrenia, but that's not what that is. That is not what that is. That is a spiritual doorway, portal being opened, telling you to do something, okay? Telling you to do something that they know you're not going to do and don't want to do, but they make you think it's your voice. They put this shit. What do you think? I think it was postpartum. Well, because I had Keith and, whoa, a jealous demon. They are jealous. You are clever, whoever said that. Demons are jealous, and here's why. They're not creative. They live off of our energy. It's not the other way around. They do not exist. They only exist because we exist. They exist in other states and dimensions, but on this planet, they cannot maneuver through like us. So I learned to talk to like, you know, any anorexic has the demon in their head that's telling them they're fat when they're 92 pounds, right? So anytime I go by the mirror and I see something that I don't like, and then my mind says, you fat, ugly, stupid bitch, whatever it says, I say, no, you're a fat, ugly, stupid bitch, and I walk away. Constantly. Doesn't happen as much, but that's what I do. And I do that in order to correct it. You don't get to say that to me, whoever you are in my head. I'm going to turn it around. So as I say, when somebody says something to me on here and they say, you know, you're, for example, a bad mother or an ugly bitch or a fat bitch or whatever they say, I twist it back around on them. I turn it around and say, no, that's what you are. You're not putting that on me. That's what the demon's doing. So then you carry the shame and you become the scapegoat in a spiritual, energetic way. If you are a scapegoat in a spiritual, energetic way, then you take on the shame of that energy. And that is why they take their own lives. That is why they do that. That's the problem. Not that they're the problem. Do you see what I'm saying? They don't know that that's not their own voice. There you go. Oh my God, sweetheart, 3 children. I am so sorry. My heart aches for that. I am so sorry. So sorry. Just really sorry. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Yeah, the disordered eating thoughts are you're fat, you're ugly, you're stupid, no one will love you, you got to be skinny. And then once you give into that, like bulimia, anorexia, whichever it is, not eating, throwing it up, laxatives, whatever. I was a laxative bulimic. So that took me 8 years to get my system back. I took laxatives when I was really young, all the way through to try and get rid of food. I just couldn't put my finger down my throat. So I did it the other way. But it took a good 8 years for me to regulate my body. It really damages you, takes everything away from you, all of that, right? So yeah, the reason yeah, I got rid of it finally. And it was painful because like your body literally stops, like without you, like you can eat all the fruit you want. You're not going to the bathroom kind of thing. Acid reflux. Yeah, I couldn't do it this way. Your body is really time sensitive. And usually an anorexic girl will have a mother that was critical and jealous, you know? So you just, and sometimes people are OCD too. There's a lot of things from OCD, but that doesn't mean you can't change it. And it doesn't mean your self-talk can't change. So you literally have to, oh no, Serena, yes, sweetheart. Okay. OCD. Yeah. And the anorexia. I know what you're saying, because our whole society shoves the Kim Kardashians on us and says, look like this. And then puts actors out there that are like heroin chic and says, look like that. And then puts really stupid people, looking people, whoever they are, and says, look like that. We don't have to look like anyone but ourselves. You should be at a healthy weight, which is probably 10 to 20 pounds within your normal weight, whatever that is. Like if you're 100 pounds overweight, you really shouldn't be that way. But you have to do, what you can do to heal your thinking. You may not, and here's another thing. Somebody asked me this weekend what I use as my skin routine. And when I've slept in my makeup the 3 days I was there and then washed it off the next day because I was too tired to go to bed, that kind of thing. But I use drugstore face wash. I guess it's that CeraVe or whatever. We were trying to figure out the name. I use that. It's $16 at Ralph's. I get that. And I use an $8 face cream I got at Marshall's. Whatever's cheap, I use that. Not even cheap, whatever's at Marshall's. I don't know. It's cheaper at Marshall's, but it's a L'Oreal. I use that. I use vitamin E, coconut oil, and I don't particularly wear sunscreen on my face because, excuse me, a lot of times I get up and just throw makeup on. So, yeah, that one. Thank you. So I'm already, like, by the time the sun comes out, I'm already out there. I'm exhausted now. But you see what I'm saying? So I said, when somebody's judging or asking how I keep my skin, they're comparing themselves to my skin. I look like my mother. That's what I said. I look exactly like my mother. So I'm Norwegian and Irish and a little bit of British, and that's my skin. That's what I look like. It's not anything I've done to look like this. I look identical to my mother. I can't help it. I won't apologize for it. And I'm not going to be critiqued because you think something else. So, it's weird. We encourage people to be themselves, and then we say, hey, you need to do Botox. You need to do this. And then we go, you look like a fucking whatever when they do it. Do you see? Your gene pool, but is it good genes or is it bad genes? It's just different genes. We all have a different gene pool. Yes, I did meet my mother. She was there for both my kids' birth. Yes. I didn't talk to her close to the end of her life because she was pissing me off. She was smoking a lot of weed. I can't have these conversations with every single person who's high on everything, okay? It triggers me. I don't like it. I don't want to spend time with you when you fucking smoke weed. Anyway, yeah, the 2 months before she died, she kept calling, and I just couldn't listen to her slurring her words from the weed. And I don't really know if it was from the weed, but it sounded like it was from the weed. And so I was like, I'm not wasting my breath with your dumbass and the weed. But yeah, no, she was a lovely woman. Like, she was kind and nice, but I don't owe anybody anything. I can choose to stop talking to you when I want to. Why do I have to bend over a bat? Do you know what? She didn't have a reason for giving me up. She said she didn't have a reason. So she was in denial of the reason. All I can say to you is, I don't really, I was excited to meet her, but then when I had Jason and I saw my child come out, I became enraged. Like, who gives a baby to strangers? I don't care what your problem is. Who the fuck gives a baby to strangers? Who gives a baby to an orphanage and says, bye, baby, bye? Who does that? I know some of you have. I'm not judging. I'm talking facts from my personal experience and what I think about it as an adopted person. So, no, she told me she didn't have a reason. That's what she said. She didn't have a reason. I asked her. She said she didn't really have a reason. That's what she said. I can only repeat what she said. That's what she said. Now, she had one kid out of marriage, my sister that just passed, who was older than me. And then she had me with another married man who had a daughter 6 months before I was born. So she liked the married men, I guess. I guess that was the problem. And she went clear across the country to give birth to me in a different area where she wouldn't be, I guess, no, it had nothing to do with she couldn't afford it. I know it's not my fault. I never thought it was. I think it's the person who gives the child up. I think it's the person that gives the child up's problem. It's not my problem. I've got like 6 different lipsticks on. I don't know. My mom was done before I turned 4. Wait, my mom was done. Commitment issues. There you go. I do feel adoption is selfish. And then John says today, but at least you weren't aborted. And I looked him right in the face and said, I could have done without this life. Thank you very much. I wouldn't have a problem with that because I'd be on the other side, Mr. Man. John. He thinks, we think differently. We just think differently. He's all for staying alive as long as you can. And then I'm not that person. So life is a gift. Good for you. I don't think of it the same way. I don't believe I came here as a gift. I've said it. I don't know what else to say. I apologize if you don't agree with me, but why should I have to apologize for not agreeing with you thinking it's a gift here? No child thinks it's a gift when they're put in an orphanage at a day old. I'm pretty sure. And then they develop an eating disorder, which is in my medical file. I refused to eat. I was on a hunger strike. So, you see, I mean, if you're healthy, it's a gift. If you have moments of happiness, those are gifts. But this planet on a whole and coming here, I don't think of it the same way. I don't believe that we're here to awaken to our humanity. Thank you very much. There's no point in me being human. I was very happy to have my kids and live my married life, but couldn't even get that right because everybody around me had to be a fucking addict and cause chaos with their alcoholism and their fucked up fuckery and they're this and they're this and they're that. And then my kid dies, etc., etc. So I'm not joyful, okay? Sorry, true story. I mean, I don't know what to say. Sorry, true story. Trump is not going to be a 3rd term. That would be a dictatorship, would it not? So that's not going to happen. I mean, unless you guys vote for him. Like, if you're dumb enough to vote for that, then go do it, I guess. You know, we have term limits, right? I mean, don't we? I don't know. Don't ask me. I find life torture, yes. I find it torture that I was raised in a family where the addictions were off the hook. We had money, but the addictions were off the hook. And I find it offensive as fuck that I walked right into it, had my beautiful kids, and walked right into it. I find it offensive that my child died for whatever the reason and whatever my lesson that I will not learn because I'm stubborn like that. I find that offensive. I find a lot of the things that I put up with offensive. I find all of that offensive. I find the fact that I had to wait to almost 60, fucking late mid-50s to leave my marriage. Yes, I'm a life path 9. Bingo. Not happy. Yeah, John was a 9, Keith was a 9, Jason's 6. Yeah, I'm not happy. Who's happy after losing a child? Oh, my life is a gift. I'm happy forever. I'm sorry. That's not true. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I'm just really sorry. I love my Jason. I love my Meadow, my Lila, my Kenna, my Paige's babies. I love everybody, my friends. I really do. But if you ask me, I want to see my son. That's what I want to hate. I'm looking at you. 3 is a hate. I want to see my son, not hate. So yeah, I think they're delusional. I'm not saying things aren't fun. I have a lot of fun. But in the back of my mind, every waking moment is, well, when I was married, it was, I'd like to have a non-fighting day and not go to war with my husband. That was what I thought when I was married. I'd like to have one moment of peace where I don't have to fight you back and defend myself. Let's see, my latest one. Had 5 skull fractures. Wait, why? Where the fuck did that go? What happened? Where did that super chat go? I can't see it. Oh my God, I can't see it. I can't see it. Oh, that's annoying. I can't see it. Why did you have 5 skull fractures? and your heart is broken. Is that a man that did that? Gematria is very true. If you believe in astrology, you're going to believe in gematria. What happened? Why did you have the skull fractures? I can't get it back. I've got a 12th house Pluto. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't like being born. The lesson I learned from addicts and alcoholics is you're fucking selfish. You won't deal with your own issues and you put all your shit on other people. I don't understand the point of that lesson, being truthful. What am I going to do with that? I had to run away from home. There you go. That's what I had to do. Add your birthday up. Wait. Her latest kid had trauma to his skull. Oh, her latest. I'm sorry. I thought it was her. Oh, God. See? What is that? Why? What happened? Yes. To the Akashic records. Yes. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to your child. Alcoholics are exhausting. Shaken baby syndrome. I can't. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with you when you do that? Oh my God. Yeah, alcoholics destroy everything. They're vile and their kids are fucked up for life. Do you believe in, Enochian magic? Yes, I believe in any kind. They're all doing all kinds of magic. Yes, people got to see what this planet is. Yeah, alcoholics and addicts are narcissists. They think it's all about their fucking little alcoholism, their drug addiction. Fuck off. Yeah, no one cares. Yes, Maddie was pregnant. That's why they cremated her so quick. I'm so sorry about your boy. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say to that. See, I don't know what to say to that. This entire planet has to be revamped, like shredded down and revamped. Maybe that's why we're here right now. Vedic versus Western, I think it depends on how you grew up, and they're both equally interesting. They approach astrology from different perspectives. The Vedic astrologer is literally looking up at the constellations and reading the constellations. The Western astrologer is calculating the chart because we're off the axis, so it's calculating it. So, for example, what month is this? Aries. When you look up in the sky, Pisces is still up in the sky. So that's the difference, but they also read the charts differently. So I think both are a skill. Vedic astrologers are great. They're on point. They're wonderful. I think they're both wonderful. I just happen to be a Western astrology. Did you learn something from JPL? I don't know what you mean. Actual JPL? Do you think... No. Why is divination evil? Why is it evil? I can't have this argument. I'm going to go crazy. Okay. First of all, you don't know who wrote the Bible. Oh, Jack Parsons. Yeah. I use ephemeris from yes, I do. Yes. JPL. Yes. I use an ephemeris, that tracks the planets. First of all, nowhere. Okay. Welcome. What baby, sweetheart? Welcome to Pediatric Healthcare Worker. So many these days. I don't know why this baby grabbed my attention. He is beautiful. Oh, I've got you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, because you felt what he's trying to feel. That's probably what it is. Oh goodness. Okay, wait. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, divination evil. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. Calm. All right. Why would thoughts on Gypsy Rose? Fuck that bitch. She killed her mother. She had sex with. I don't want to hear about her. She's a TV whatever for whatever. I at this point I think she's full of shit, and I really don't give a shit about her. Okay. So is divination evil? The three wise men followed the North Star. Charting the stars is astrology. On the advice of a prophet, medieval term for psychic. They brought gifts of frankincense and myrrh. They wore crystals, which are rocks of the earth. The Bible, we don't really know who wrote it verbatim, but nowhere in there does it say, I think it says false prophets. It doesn't, they make up their versions of how they interpreted it. And I don't, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it. You can have your belief, and if you feel that it's not right for you, I can't help the psychic messages I get that have been true. So if that's demons, see, okay, first, I know that they think it's, when you say you're a medium, you talk to the dead, they think it's evil because the dead are dead. What dead means is, look at this camera is making my eye go fucking weird. Why is it doing that? What dead means is to step away from God, the absence of God. When we're talking to our loved ones, they have transitioned into another dimension. They have dropped the physical body. So there's a difference there, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. Dragon Lion, yes. Of course Bieber has attachments. They want to take them out. In the industry, they'll send them at you. That's what they'll, no, Virgo, that's what they'll send to you. Yes, well, we do come from the stars, the sun, and the moon, but who knows who wrote the Bible? We don't know. We're told it's the Bible, but in 2,000 years, if somebody found a copy of Dianetics, they'd think that was the Bible. This is L. Ron Hubbard, right? Right. Late degree of Leo. Mm-hmm. Thank you all for the super chats, you guys. Okay, I am exhausted. I must go to sleep from my night, week, 3 days, 4 days at Fire and Flight. Go look at the picture of the dragon in the bathtub with me. It's quite startling. It's really an interesting manifestation, which it was, and I didn't even see it. I was staring at it and I didn't see it. So it's really kind of cool. I know. Thank you all for the super chats. It's literally going to finish the warehouse because Johnny couldn't finish it, obviously, because he's in the hospital. It's a dragon. I did a fire bath at the retreat. It's not really a retreat. Well, I guess it is retreat. So I did a fire bath and they lit the bath on fire. So we can sit in the bath. Some of the girls were like, their hair was completely in the bath and wet. Other girls were sitting on top of the bath. Some girls were like fully fire on both sides. I do fire like on my feet just because I'm usually getting burnt. Yeah, I burnt my hand this time. I'm just right there. And then I burnt my shorts on the chains. You can see me. I'm like, ah! Like that. And you can see it. So it's funny. They don't let you catch fire. But it's interesting because I was sitting in the bathtub. So they're doing my photo shoot because we do photo shoots there. So they're doing my photo shoot and I'm in the fire bath. It's called fire bath. And I'd never done it. So I wanted to have one fire bath picture. So I'm like, I'll do it. And Bethany did hers. I did mine. I put one leg up. And of course the fire goes up. Like, obviously it goes up, right? For fun, just for me. It's a Fire and Flight retreat. So we do aerial and we do fire. We take pictures. We hang out with a group of girls. We stay in our Airbnbs. We look at the desert sky. We talk about fun shit. It's really fun. We break off into groups. We do our exercises like our hoop, our, fire breathing, our this, that, and the other, and we perform at the end. So it's really fun. We do what we can do and then we go off and we're all different. I'm probably the least athletic I'm athletic runner, but least acrobatic person. So I'm kind of like a pinup poser, but the fire stuff was interesting. And I do the fire fans and all of that. So it's fun. I have to do only what I enjoy doing or I can't do it. But having said that, what was I trying to say? The dragon came out of the bathtub. So if you look on Instagram, it's right there. The dragon is... And it's fake. I didn't notice it. So there you go. All right. Coolest grandma. Yeah, there were a couple of us grandmas there, but they were younger than me. But it was really fun. It was really fun. Yeah. So I have my pictures up there on Instagram. Also, my official TikTok is only has like 10,000 people, and it's official Sloan Bella. That is my only one. If I DM you for a reading, it's not me. I'm not DMing you. I'm too busy to do that. So yeah. UK lizard land. Lizzie the lizard. Dragon is through the, well, in the Bible, they say dragon is evil, but dragon is transformation to me when I see it. So it's transformation. That's how I see it. All right, you guys, have a good night. Yes, walk on the fire. We didn't do that, but yes, I get it. Bye, you guys. Thank you all for the super chats. I literally appreciate it. You have no idea because that warehouse is an all day. It should be done by May, so let's hope it, because I'll be able to live stream the healing classes out of there. Yay! Meaning we're hooking it all up for that. All right, you guys. Bye. Thank you so much. Forgive my rant on this eclipse. But if you're going to hurt children, like, I'm going to call you out. If you're going to tell me to talk about pleasant things, you're on the wrong podcast or whatever this is. It's the wrong one. I will be doing videos for the Patreon. I'm just a bit late, and then uploading them late, and then they'll come over here after the Patreon. Okay, bye, you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Peace out, everybody.